Hello, friends. It is October 22nd, in the year of our good Lord, 2010 plus 8. How are we all doing today? Are we all having a lovely time? I don't have any music in the background this time because I was excited to get started and then genuinely forgot. So, maybe halfway through I'll put some on if we get a second of downtime here. But I hope everybody's doing well. It's a fan art stream today. And then I will do a fan fiction reading right after this stream, so stick around if you're watching this in the future time where this is already done. Then it's probably up on my channel and you can watch that too. So let's go ahead. We will dive right in, I suppose, in two milliseconds, because I think the stream is having a poopy time. Hello? Hello, stream, are you working? It's gonna be really stupid if it is working, and I'm just too dumb to realize that it's working. Hazel, get out of my trash can. You're a cat. Cats don't go in the trash. For fuck's sake. Alright, let's jump in. So, the theme for October was obviously spooky Halloween, you know, monsters, ghouls, anything just remotely spooky. Here we've got a lovely slime version of me. He's very, very wonderful. I love that he's green. For those of you who don't know, I very much enjoy the color green. Hazel, please. She has jumped in front of my computer screen, but that's okay. I can still see the picture. Capra's the first boy in with Egg McNuggy, or McCummy following in second. Your name will always be Egg McCummy, I see. But you picked a good shade of green. I very much enjoy bright green. Probably because when I was a young lad, I thought Illidan Stormrage was the coolest shit in the entire world, and his whole motif was bright green and dark purple. So you hit the mark on there. Man, also very spot on with the beard in this picture, because right now my beard is scraggly. It needs a shave. But I'm going to a rally tomorrow, and I feel like if I don't have it, I'm going to be cold standing outside protesting. And here we have... Oh no, I removed the green. I meant to just click over here. Stand name, Pumpkin Spice, and everything nice. The user is none. He is the god of Hallows Eve. That's very, very silly. So I like to imagine he has no legs. That's how I like to imagine him. I believe that he has absolutely no legs at all, which is a way funnier thing to imagine than him actually having legs. Oh shit. There's a lot of detail in this, so let's go ahead and go through it, you know, piece by piece. B-Roy also in the chat. So he doesn't have a stand user, which happens. There are stands that don't have users, so there aren't very many of them. But there is a lot of nifty details, like he doesn't have any legs, which is immediately good. That makes me think he probably just burst out of the ground, which is pretty lit. That's pretty cool. He's got some sort of spooky Halloween armband. This is actually a and we can rotate this so we can get a, because it's a PDF that they scanned. So let's see here. He's got a pretty nifty armband. He's pretty robotic looking, which is a standard for stands. That's a good thing. That's a good thing that he looks robotic. Hey Tony, why are you making me download a new app? What do you mean I'm not making you download anything? Is YouTube trying to make you download an app to watch my streams? Because that sounds like some bullshit, my dude. But he's got candy corn for elbow spikes. Very lit. And my personal favorite detail, besides the, you know, fact that his face is a jack-o'-lantern, which is pretty lit, is his ginormous candy dispenser arms, which, honestly, pretty original, not gonna lie, pretty enjoyable. I like it. It's good. And there we have a piece by Kaylee. I believe Kaylee posted this. I don't know if there's anything in the picture to let me know, but if there was, maybe it'd be on the chainsaw. No, I'm just being rude. It's a very good picture, though. It's very lovely. There's a lot going on, a lot of details, a lot of cool shit. The background is very pretty. The moon is nice. It's good. Oh, I'm dressed as Kira, I think, right? Because that's a, you know, that's a purpley suit. I mean, it looks purple. YouTube is trying to make me download YouTube Gaming, my dude. This isn't visible on normal YouTube, and that's a little, you know, a little annoying. Wait, what? No way. No way. You're telling me this stream right now is only available to people who have the YouTube gaming app on their phone? Are you pooping me out of your butthole right now? The stream is different. What the fuck? That's weird. I was wondering about that, says Capper. That's really fucking weird. Oh. YouTube, you sneaky bitch. That's really weird. Yeah. I want to talk about this lovely fan art, but let's complain about YouTube because it's poopy. That's very, very strange. It looks like YouTube went in and changed my settings when I wasn't looking for some reason. So the stream was set to private, or unlisted, technically, and it put me in this weird category. Link to YouTube Gaming. No. No, send me a normal YouTube link. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? YouTube's being rude. That's okay. That's okay. It'll, you know, when I do the fan art stream right after this, you know, I'll fix it, and hopefully everybody should be able to see it. But for now, it's just you 5 or 6 people that are here, and we get to enjoy this very special private time together. Just you, me, the cat sitting on my lap, licking her beans, and this beautiful artwork here of me dressed as Kira. I like to imagine it's me dressed as Kira. That makes it much better. Pussum looking real cute as a pirate. I'm a sucker for pirates. Excellent choice. I did buy a hot dog costume at Walmart to dress my cat in. In case you're wondering, I don't have any pictures of it because it was on her for about 5 seconds before she ripped that shit off because she hates anything. She doesn't even wear a collar. My cat, I have a microchip in her, so if she gets lost, you know, it'll come back to me. But legit, she won't wear a collar. I got her this special collar that should not be able to, like, she shouldn't be able to get it off her, but she does. It's crazy. She's crazy. Oh shit, special person stream. Yeah, just you and me, my duder. This adorable logo in the corner, getting candy. Maybe he's gonna bully those bats to give him more candy. I don't know. It's very cute. It's very cute. Very good art. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I have this exact same grungy font. I'm pretty sure this is one of the fonts that we're allowed to use at work. So at my work, I make graphics, right? Like that's my job. I do a lot of things media related. But one of the things I do is I make graphics that, you know, go on billboards or on the sides of like big trucks that have televisions like on the backs, like they're animated billboards on cars. So I make ads for that. And I just made like a Labor Day, Happy Labor Day graphic, and I'm pretty sure I use this exact font. I'm not going to lie. Which is really, really, really funny to me. Well, let's see here. We got Becca Woman. I should probably do this one in order. I think I did it out of order, actually. Yes. We'll do these in order, just so that it's consistent. Corrupted Man. That's me. This is super crazy Crasher, I believe. Yes. This is your art. Oh shit, special person. I know. But I believe this is yours. I'm pretty good about pegging who posted what. Now, I bet you're asking, Tony, I posted this, you know, in Discord. How could you not know if it's me or not? Because I open these all at once, and then it's really hard to see who posted them. Robot Masters Dudio. Didn't get a notification, but I went back to see what you said about my picture. I'm glad that you were able to see it now. I'm happy you like it. Of course, I always love all the art I get. I'm sorry that the stream is absolutely brain damaged right now, but it should fix itself for the next one. But you did a grouping of Robot Masters from Mega Man's, which is pretty lit. I'm pretty happy with this design. I'm a sucker for bat wings. It's weird. I think bat wings look neat, like on villains and bad guys, but I don't enjoy putting them on my own characters because they're just too edgy for me. You know? Like, I don't like capes, and I don't like wings. I just don't like back accessories on my character, like battle standards, like flags, you know? I just don't like back accessories. It's not for me. Tony likes the guessing game. Oh my goodness. I drew the slime, Tony. Oh, was good. It was the very first one. We have Bee-Woman. Are there female robot masters? I mean, I know there are female robots. You know, because there's that little blonde one that everybody likes to jerk off to. You know the one. Don't act like you don't know the one. But I don't. Are there female robot masters? I actually don't know that much about Mega Man and the deep lore within the world. But let's go ahead and just assume that Bee-Woman is in fact a woman robot. There's one female robot master. You're right, and it's Bee-Woman right here. That's the only one. What about Snuggies as a cape? Snuggies aren't a cape. Snuggies are like a full... That's a full suit of armor, technically. A Snuggie is not a cape. A cape is only something that covers your back, not your whole body. This is good, though. I really like this neato flame effect laser deal you got going on here, not gonna lie. Also, pose, very good. The hat, don't think I didn't notice that detail. Very good. Very good hat. If anybody was going to draw B-Roy in literally anything, if it did not include some sort of Jotaro symbolism, I would be disappointed. Genuinely. So let's see. I think... Yeah, here we go. Capraman. This very iconic pointy nose and distinct jacket coat. What, a long coat? What's the name of that coat? I guess it's not really a coat because it's like your robot skin. Also, it's really funny because his tie is also his entire body at the same time. Because if you look here, his body goes like this, and then you realize that this part isn't his body, it's his jacket. You missed Dingo Man. Did I miss Dingo Man? We'll find Dingo Man eventually. Trench coat? I mean, it's not quite a trench coat. It's not quite long enough to be a trench coat. I don't think. But you realize his coat is here. His tie is literally his whole body. Which is really, really funny to me. Also, I'm a sucker for custom fonts. You know, I like a good looking font, you know. It's just a jacket, Tony. Is it? It's just a normal jacket. But this illusion, it's also kind of your nipple. But like really long. Because his nipples are around here, right? And then his jacket keeps going. I don't think the tie is his body. There's something under the tie. Well, you see, that's where you're wrong, kiddo. Because there's only something under the tie here. And that's just a pair of undies pulled up really high. What, you mean your tie isn't your entire body? Only sometimes. I do like Crash Man a lot, though. I like how large he is. I'm a sucker for this design because he's straight up... What? Hold on. Hold on, let me pull up a picture to compare. I don't know why. I think you did this on purpose, right? Like this isn't just me, right? This was intentional. He straight up looks like Reggie Gigas. He has the same exact color motif. You know, and he's got like the kind of, you know, bulbs. You know, like they're kind of eyes. Only on the one side, though. I guess he's half blind, sort of. He's basically just Reggie Gigas. He's got big boots, except Reggie Gigas' boots are green. I like the use of burgundy and gold. It's a good use of burgundy. You don't see burgundy used very often. That was unintentional, actually. I see how it is. Also, if you look really closely here, you can see the most subtle... I notice these things, alright? People don't notice this kind of shit. This is why people bring me their art. Because I notice the small details that they put in and the extra time and effort. I noticed that you put a small camel toe right here. Nobody else would have seen that. And then a giant-ass belly button. I see that camel toe. I know that there is a vagine there. Open Bob, remove vagine. I can see it. Ooh, what's this? Vaguna. Vagina. Vagaga. Lady Vagaga. Jesus Christ. Egg Woman. I'm not gonna lie, this one's really hard to read. Like the font here. It is very, very stylized, though it's difficult to read. But once you read it, you see it, you know? These kind of look like eyes, which is funny. Egg Woman is very cute. She's very small. I'm curious what her powers were. Also, Egg McCummy is very lucky that she is not a boy, because this would have just been called Eggman. And I'm sure you probably just would have drawn Eggman, which would have been way funnier. Is she friends with Eggman? That's a good question. Maybe she's Eggman's daughter. Or maybe she's Eggman's mistress. I see how it is. I'm uncovering deeper lore about the people who watch my channel than they even realized. You ever wonder, Egg McCummy, why sometimes you just wake up in Eggman's bed? It's because you're drawn. It's in the name. It's your destiny. You're drawn to him by your eggly stature and rotund shape. It's canon to the egg lore. Deepest SIG's lore. 2 scrambled eggs. Scrambling eggs every day. Ooh, black on black. Very hard to read, but that was not your fault. Because when you made this, it had a transparent background, and Google just immediately puts in this white. Not your fault, but that is very unfortunate. This says Hunterman. It's kind of hard to read, but it does say Hunterman. You can tell that. I do like the use of brown on him, but you already use brown. You know, you already use this same shade over here on Crash Boy. I mean, I guess you're allowed to recycle colors. But it looked better on Big Boy. No, but this is still good, though. You know what he looks like? He kind of looks like a My Hero Academia character, I'm not going to lie. I could see him in My Hero Academia. He kind of looks like it. Just a little. Just a little. He looks like he's going to graduate. He looks like he's going to be in the worst arc, which is fucking Fight Festival arc. Jesus Christ. Mega Man and Sonic did have a crossover. Was she a collaborated effort between Eggman and Dr. Wily? You know, Dr. Wily had a daughter, and then he didn't. Rip me, man. Oh my god. Why didn't you make a Pee-Pee Hard Man? Pee-Pee Hard Man would have been the best character. Speaking of Pee-Pee Hard Man, I don't know if you guys know, there's a new Soul Calibur out. Now, I'm not really one for fighting games, you know? I'm not really one who enjoys combos and shit like that. I like Brawl. Brawl. Jesus Christ, that's the worst one, sorry. I don't know why I thought of Brawl. Probably because when people say fighting games, they distinctly point at Brawl and say it's not a fighting game. But I like Smash Bros. Because it's kind of different and fun. And I mean, I like the story and the characters of Mortal Kombat. And, you know, I kind of get... I have a decent time playing them. But I'm really not good at fighting games. But there's a Soul Calibur out right now. I was never into Soul Calibur, but this new one is looking fresh. Yeah, the sports festival. The sports festival arc in My Hero Academia. It's that big festival thing that takes like a bajillion chapters and is really fucking boring. That one. It's got good parts. When I say it's boring, I don't mean the whole thing. It's just overwhelmingly worse than every other part of the story. At least until a few chapters after it, because that's where my knowledge kind of cuts off. Guts, man. But the new Soul Calibur came out, and if you guys didn't know, you should look into it. It's got crazy character customization. So there's just people making, like, ginormous lizards with, like, huge dicks. It's fucking amazing. Dramatic-ass reveal noise. Becca Woman. Becca Woman's got a cool hat. You know what her hat looks like? It looks like a low-tier Death Knight armor set in WoW. And I mean that in a very generous and nice way. I don't mean that in a rude way at all, because the Death Knights had really good armor designs in WoW. But I say low level because the high level Death Knight shit is like covered in skulls and is bright and obnoxious, whereas this is kind of subtle, which is, you know. Are Soul Calibur 6 custom characters allowed on the next Fanart stream? Yes. Yes. I mean, if you make a Soul Calibur custom character and you make it related to the channel somehow, then yes. You know, I'm sure you could make a very wonderful Thanos recreation, but that's not really going to fly here. But I mean, if you want to make someone from the chat or me or, you know, any of the games I've played, yeah, go for it. Go for it. If you want to make a stand, go for it. That works for me. Give it a big dick. I'll still show it because it's not really a real dick. You know, it's kind of funny. I remember watching your Sonichu readings when I was still in middle school. Jesus. Oh my lord. What was that, like 2 days ago? I'm just kidding. But Jesus Christ. What fan fiction are you reading? We haven't decided yet. The fan fiction will be selected when we are done here. And it will be chosen from a ginormous pile of ones that have been submitted in my Discord. So we will see. If you want to know what it is, you can go to my Discord channel. They're just all in the lobby. I did not have time to look at it because they're probably still posting them right now. I told everybody to just post some and I'll select. In case you're wondering, just jumped in what's happening. We're looking at art. If you're wondering what kind of fan fictions I will select, I will always select something that is like Nickelodeon or Disney related, but like live action Nickelodeon. Like if you give me an iCarly fan fiction, I will read it. Almost always. Because those are usually funny. Or if you give me like a Zoe 101, please, somebody post a Zoe 101. I won't even, listen, you have to understand. When I was a young lad, there were more boys in my school watching Zoe 101 than there were girls. And it was not because of the deep, engaging, relatable story of Zoe 101. It's because every boy in my grade thought that Zoe was hot. And if you didn't think Zoe was hot, all the other girls were. Because we were like 13 and 14, and our dicks just activated, you know. We just got our stand abilities. Someone shot my dick with an arrow, and I didn't realize it at the time. You know, but Zoe 101 was a little deeper than I thought. You know what I'm saying? Who's this girl? This is Becca Woman. She is a robot master based off... Robot master? Robot mistress? Robot master. Based off of a person in my chat, which is pretty lit. Is the fanfiction being bad a requirement? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I will only read bad ones, not good ones. Maybe someday I will read good ones. Let's go over here. Somebody said there was another robot master. Let me see if I can just find that real quick and just put the... Where's Dingo Man? Did I really miss Dingo Man? I'm pretty sure Dingo Man was... Oh, wait, he was posted. He was posted after B-Woman. And I was probably just too distracted by the Jotaro hat to give a shit about anything related to Dingo. Who fucking cares? Jesus Christ. It's not like he watches my videos all the time or anything. Christ, who fucking cares? Here's Dingo Man. He's very... I'm not gonna lie. He looks very bootleg. He is the worst looking one. Not worst as in like the worst art or anything. As in like he looks like dumpster shit. Rest in pieces, my man. Was posted too late. He looks like... How about mediocre? Now, I mean, I usually lean towards god-awful when it comes to fanfiction. I want something like horrible. You know? Like the worst. What's Gibby thinking about? Probably Dingo Man's lack of a vagina, is my guess. He needs sleep. Look at those dark circles. They go all the right way around his head. He's got a melon for a helmet. He looks like the robot master that all the other ones would make fun of, and that makes me sad. Well, let's look here. The horrifying New York State. Slavery. Salary slave. Slavery salary. Jesus. I would send fanfictions of my tiny fandom of Hero 108, but I wouldn't want the authors attacked. Also, oh my god, Dio's actor passed. That's sad, man. That is really sad. Old Joseph's voice actor passed not too long ago. They both passed the same year. That's really upsetting. He reminds me of a Sonic character. Yeah, kind of. I think it was the head shape and the furry ears. He looks like a Sonic character. I totally agree with you. Not saying that y'all would attack, though, but just in case. Now, that's understandable. That's understandable. Someone is with a Trump profile picture, I believe, was playing Fallout 4. I'd never seen you so savage before. No, I get more savage every single time. Every single time I do one of these fan art streams, I get more and more savage. But no, that's understandable. Don't worry. If I am told to go easy on a fan fiction because the person is writing it bad on purpose, or they're just starting out. Usually if they're just starting out, I won't read it because I don't want to be rude. What are your thoughts on weed? That's a good question. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that question before. Let me finish my other thought first. No, but that's understandable, but don't worry. The people who watch my channel are very nice and they tend not to attack people. Tony's a meanie bobini. That's true. That's very true. My thoughts on weed? I think weed is okay. You can smoke it like once a week, I guess, and that's fine. You know, it won't fuck with you too bad. I think weed culture is the most annoying shit in the entire world. It's so fucking horrendously annoying. That weed dude bro culture. I detest people who cannot have a conversation about any more than one thing. All right? Now, I hate many groups of people because of this. People who are insane leftists who spend all their time on Tumblr. If you ask them, how's the weather today? Their answer is, well, due to the weather, my gender has swapped over to weatherkin. And then you're like, oh, okay, what'd you eat for breakfast today? And they're like, well, due to the breakfast fluctuations in my gender, you know. And you must be saying, Tony, what are you, some crazy alt-right? People don't act like that. No, they do. I went to a college in Vermont, and that's exactly what it's like. Now, weed culture is very similar to that, where you ask someone who's deep into the weedums, you ask them, how was your day? Dude, I smoked some weed. Okay, what do you want to do? Smoke some weed. You want to go to the show? No, dude, I want to smoke some weed. That I detest. But if you smoke weed, and you're doing it in moderation, you know, you're doing it smart, because if you smoke too much weed, you can become a fucking idiot. I'll go into that in a second. But if you know, you're doing it normally, you're being responsible, you know, much like alcohol, it's just fine. Just have more to your fucking personality. Ugh. More to your personality than smoking weed. Jesus Christ almighty. That's what I hate the most about it. And I know there's tons of people everywhere that are like that. There are people who cars are their whole life. Movies are their whole life and they don't have anything else. But I was in Vermont, okay? Which is liberal as shit. So it was mostly the gender people and the weed people. Which is why I have a personal, you know, hatred against that sort of thing. Alright? Let's see here. I live in California, so I get the brunt of the new wave liberal stuff. Oh, jeez. Tony, when do you do these art streams? I do these art streams usually around the 20th of every month, but due to my job, that time fluctuates wildly. Like today, this stream was actually supposed to be in 2 days, but I was called down last minute to drive to New York tomorrow and spend the next 3 days there. So I had to very quickly push the stream up to today, because this would be the only time in the week I'd be able to do it, because once I get back from New York, then, you know, I have to go to Connecticut for another, like, 3 or 4 days, so I won't even be able to stream at all, which makes me sad. So I'm trying to do a lot of that today. Let's see here. I went to high school that was like 80% stoners and Jesus Christ. It was just like that. I know. There was a lot of that in my high school, too. Not as much, as it is now for my younger sister, but, you know, the beginnings of that happened in my high school. It was very unfortunate. Tony, you're also a fellow kid. Do you, grind and jank some dank kush, weedy? Hides a cop ID, man. Yeah, dude. I eat so many cocaine tablets every day. You don't understand. Have you guys heard about this new pot? They mix it in with Play-Doh, and then you roll it around, and you put it through one of those little Play-Doh, like, push-out things, and it pushes out a joint. And then you just light the Play-Doh up. I'm serious. Go to your local Target, buy some Play-Doh, make sure it's the purple color, because that's the one where they're hiding the weed in. Roll it into a joint, and then just take a match and, you know, just put it on the end of the Play-Doh. I promise you. It's safe. Believe me, I'm a doctor. I know, I graduated with a degree in memes. I know what I'm doing. Dude, the only real way to do weed is to inject the marijuana. That's true. That's true. I mean, that's the only real way to do it if you're like a gatekeeper. You know, some of us have to eat our weed over here. Weed Tuck stream is lit. Have you ever known someone who vapes? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I actively know somebody who vapes. Vape culture is also very annoying, but the person I know who vapes is not part of that vape culture. They were doing it as a way to help them do less cigarettes, which worked for a little while. So it's fine. Do you still do ASMR? If people ask me to, yeah. I tend not to do it on like video game streams a lot of the time, but I always do them during fan art streams and fan fictions usually. So if you ask me to, I will usually do it. My college had a ton of vapors. Oh yeah, it's very popular with young people right now. College students especially. I'm a cop and you're smoked. Jesus Christ. Let's see here. I am in fact a salary slave, but it feels good. I make a decent paycheck. Ooh, let's harshly critique Dingo's feet drawings. Because he usually draws furry feet, so we gotta make sure he can draw human feet. I don't know, my dude, but that looks a little wolfy. But I guess you covered your ass by putting Wolfman on the bottom, so those are... You're gonna tell me those are wolf feet, right? That was intentional? Kind of like how these legs look a little weird. I see what you're doing. You can't fool me. Though you did draw an accurate amount of body hair. Though I will say this. I don't have that much chest hair. I have a fuckload of leg hair, large amount of arm hair. My chest hair is about half the amount of hair as everywhere else, which is very strange. Though I do have a decent amount of chest hair. It's very funny. Why do you think I'm a furry? I am not a foot fetishist. You know, Dingo, you say that like being a furry requires you to be a foot fetishist, and it doesn't. You know, it doesn't. You can be one or the other or both. Oh my lord, this is good. I got a bunch of this looks like hot to me. I'm gonna say hot now. Bunch of hot loose rocks, pop rocks. That's good. Halloween costume. Oh, that's very cute. You're dressed up as Jason. That's adorable. Snacks. Meow, fellas. I got a catnip. What the fuck? Fucking noise. Oh, okay, I see. I see. I thought that you misspelt pumpkin because I saw a P and it was Halloween related, so I just assumed the word pumpkin would be there, but then it wasn't. If a furry was also into feet, would that be a paw fetish? Yes, actually. Have you guys heard about the hottest furry controversy on the block? It's pretty old news right now, but maybe we'll talk about it at the end about the guy who fucked puppies that were dead. It's crazy. Do you think it's unfair to play older games you've never played before? What do you mean unfair? That's not very unfair. You shouldn't be allowed, not allowed to play video games just because they're old. Pussum's pussy pack. That's my favorite part of the picture so far. That and his very silly outfit. He's not even in a Halloween costume. That's how he always dresses, except you put him in shorts. What am I dressed as? I'm a zombie. That's pretty good. A zombie. I see. I got a rock. Fuck you. Give me your Pop Rocks bag, you dingus. Also, that's a good boot. Gotta try and get through this art. Sexy Witch Tony with Hazel. Oh, that's very sweet. That's the first fan art I think of Hazel. That's very cute. She's very, very sweet. She's snuggled up in my lap right now, taking a nap. I love this cat. She's a very, very great cat. I am very lucky to have her. I love my witch broom. It's very wonderful. Also, I am ripped. I've got barrels for a chest. And honestly, that's pretty accurate. Tony, don't bring that up. Oh no. Necrophilia and zoophilia in one disgusting package. Why do you know these things, Tony? Oh, you know. When you've been on the internet as long as me, you just stumble upon a lot of things. Kiro the Wolf? Yes. Yes, indeed. Jesus Christ. Hazel is the best kitty in the whole wide world. At least for me. I'm very lucky to have her. I just woke up from my nap and there's a furries. Rubbed my eyes. Still furries. There's a lot of furries who watch my channel, dude. So many fucking furries watch my channel. Let's see, have we been through all of it? No, we still have B-Roy's art. Let's see here. Is that Hazel? Is that my kitty cat down there? I hope so. Oh my goodness. You disgusting and cruel human. Why would you draw bees attacking my kitty cat? That's so rude. It's okay. Tony, did you see? Did I see what? Oh, did you write a comment and I missed it? No, I don't think I missed one of your comments. Did you post a fan fiction? Because I don't... Those are in my Discord, which I have not opened yet. So, you know, since the stream has began. Damn, those are some big titties. Jesus Christ. Did I... You drew a Bowsette last time I did fan art, didn't you? Did I comment on the titties? Did you make them bigger on purpose? That's B-Roy, you fool. Okay, so B-Roy drew herself attacking my cat? That's not much better. It's rude. I'm a semi-furry, but I like to call myself a furry sometimes as a joke. Yeah, dude. A joke. Yeah. Yeah, my dude. You asked for big boobies, Tony. I vaguely remember telling you to draw bigger boobs, which is very funny. Breaking news, YouTuber Daddyman CGS Tony bullies a furry for Pop Rocks. We're currently at the scene of an intense car chase, more at 11. I got a follow-up. For those of you who saw my last stream where I played A Hat in Time, I talked about how there were 8 cop cars near my house. I found out why. Because at the time, that was actively happening while I was streaming. I found out yesterday why there were 8 cop cars in my neighborhood. Because there were 3 shots fired inside of a house. And when the cops got in there, the house had bullet holes, like, everywhere. But the report did not actually mention any people. Nobody was arrested, and they didn't mention any names who shot so that leads me to believe that they shot the gun and then bounced out of the house. Because nobody was there when the cops got there, apparently. Which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I used to post fan art under a different name. Tony, would you be able to tell what name I used to post under if I posted art now? I don't know. I might. It's hard to tell. I guess it depends on how distinctive your art style is, my dude. Someone didn't die. Good. Yeah, nobody died, which is good. Except, as I was actively reading that report on why this fucking, you know, parade of cops was in my neighborhood, an ambulance and a fire truck with their lights on whizzed into my neighborhood because there was some shit going down in a house like 2 houses down. I live in a condo complex. Technically, there's a condo complex with an apartment building section off of it, and I live in those apartments. Now, the condo is right next to me, a few condos down. So now that I say condos, you know how close that is, right? Very close proximity to the bullet house. There was a cop car and an ambulance, and there was shit going on. I did not see exactly what happened, but I'll have to read the report, you know, in the next few days to see what the fuck was going on there. But this is good. This is a good assortment of candy, except for chocolate. Chocolate makes me disgustingly sick. But I do enjoy my Gengar Kigurumi and these giant-ass titties. Very, very good decision on those giant titties. That's good. Tony, don't get murdered, please. I'm trying. I'm trying. When did you play A Hat in Time? I missed that stream. A couple days ago. I haven't posted the stream yet. I've been very busy with work, but I will find time to post this stream and that stream. It'll probably be sometime at the towards the end of this week when I get back from working. If I have time in between that and then having to go to Connecticut, you'll see a bunch of streams come up, probably 3. Lolly and Hat. Very beautiful. Pure girl. Beautiful. Don't loot her, please. Don't do that. That's rude. A hat and Lolly. Lolly and Hat. Very beautiful. I appreciate this. This is pure. I'm always a sucker for some nice, pure fan art. It's good. Now let's ruin that with some... Oh, wait, never mind. I thought we were going to show some bloody Capra stuff, and no, I forgot we got Egg McNuggy right after. Egg. That's good. It's a very beautiful picture. Very bubbly and nice. Let's see what's going on with that hat. Oh, I see the horns are poking through. That's very cute. It's a good detail. I do like the very, very fat Pussum sitting on the broom. Very good choice of size for Pussum. He's very thick. I do enjoy a nice, thick cat. When I was going to buy Hazel at the rescue, there was another cat there, and my partner wanted this cat, but I had to say no, we're not taking this cat. Because we couldn't anyway. The cat had to be in a special foster home. This cat was over 30 pounds. He was large. I think he was closer to 40 pounds, actually. I think he was like 36, 38 pounds. Which for a cat is huge. He was so fat. And he didn't want to move. And he didn't want to do anything. He got up a little bit. Because he wanted to walk over to me. He didn't want to go over to, near anybody else, but he waddled over to me, and he wanted me to pet him. He was so big, and he was very sweet. He was a very sweet cat, but someone just overfed this fucking guy, and it was so sad. I hope he got to a nice foster home and has a nice family, and he's still on his special diet, because he was when we were there. He had a very special diet to keep him nice and small, which is good. Was that cat Garfield? Oh lord, he chonky. Tony has been the first to be corrupted by the Bowsette epidemic. That Bowsette meme came and went very quick. You know, the only people really still using it now are porn artists and porn people. Let me tell you, it is so lucrative to be a girl who does cosplay porn, but you have to follow those trends. Like when Bowsette comes out, you put on like a crown and some horns and pull out those titties. That's all you got to do. It's easy, but you got to pay attention to the trends, and that's not always easy. It's good. This is good. I like the moon in the background too. The moon is very easy. It looks like it took you a very short amount of time to do just some quick brush strokes, but it's good. The effect is beautiful. It's a beautiful looking moon with a nice glow effect. It's good shit. What's in her mystical pouch, I wonder? We got Pussum. This is Capra. He's very edgy. Did you see the Newgrounds Bowsette art contest submission? Why are you talking about a graveyard, my dude? How dare you? You gotta be careful. If you mention Newgrounds 3 times, it'll be a website again. You can't say it any more than once. I've already said it twice. I think. I'm not going to risk it by saying it again. I don't want to summon Newgrounds back. Part of me does, though. I do miss it. I do miss it a little bit. Capra. We do not speak of the dead. You don't want to be rude. It's like Beetlejuice, you know? I don't know, Tony, what's in your magical pouch? Gravy. A lot of it. And it's only for you, my dude. This is good. What's his costume exactly? Oh, I see. That's clever. That's clever. I'm picking up what you're putting down. This costume for Pussum, you drew Pussum as my logo. That's very clever. You said it 3 times. Oh no. God damn it. But he's dressed as my... That's very cute. I like that that the paint is like all runny and it's not exactly perfect. And he's got this biggest fuck loincloth. It's good. Also, what is this? What is this? What is a 1, 2... Oh, it's a 6-pack. Gotta give him a 12-pack, my dude. That's the only way. Hello! Welcome to the stream. Bowsette is like a Tootsie Pop. The world may never know. When is your next fan art stream so I can post art? It'll be next month, sometime around the 20th. I will post an update about it in my Discord channel to say exactly when it is. When it gets closer to the date, I will tell you. Just plan it to be every month on the 20th. And then when it gets to be the 20th, I will say if we have to do it a day or 2 early. You'll see. But just always, it's tentatively on the 20th of every month. And there we have my logo dressed up as Pussum and a big old Kigurumi. This is very cute. I'll give you this, Capra. You get extra bonus points for being very creative. You look good. He does. It's good. It's really fucking creative and I like it. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate when you guys do any art. But I appreciate it when I can very clearly see that you guys put thought and effort into what you're doing. What'll the next theme be? I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided what the next theme will be, so I'm probably going to post it in the Discord chat when I figure out what I want to do. I think I might do something abstract and strange. Like sitcoms. That would be kind of funny. I think that's all. That's all we've got. What do you think of the Elder Scrolls series as a whole? Man, look at you. You've got all the questions tonight, and that's good, because I like answering questions. Now, you know what? We're going to sit and we're going to have a chat before we end this stream. I give you guys a nice chat. Mm. So, let me answer your Elder Scrolls question. What do I think of it as a series as a whole? I really like it. I think it has a lot of great things to it. I think it's a shame to see the, I don't know, the way it's treated, I guess, by Bethesda anyway. Now, people will always argue with me, but I really do like what ZeniMax is doing. I think what they're doing with their Elder Scrolls Online is great. I think for the most part, a lot of the new lore they're adding is very, very good. And the game is canon. A lot of people like to forget that it is, but it is canon. Which is pretty lit. A lot of the new stuff they're adding is great. I think that game is great. Oblivion is one of my favorite games. Unfortunately, I just can't get into Morrowind. I appreciate Morrowind. I like Morrowind. It's got so many great aspects to it, but it's so clunky and so hard for me to go back and play that I just can't. And then you get to Skyrim. And I guess, you know, there's I've never played, not all the way through anyway, the original ones. And those are very good, but they're the kind of games where you have to play them with a book in, you know, or like a walkthrough on another monitor. Morrowind plays like a bag of dicks. It does. And Oblivion plays like a bag of dicks too, but it you know, it works a little bit better. But the first two games, you know, you gotta have like a guide up, and at that point you're not really playing the game, you're just kind of reading shit, you know. Your mate ever gonna guest star in a fanfic stream? That depends which mate of mine. But because I have many mates who have guest starred, but if you're wondering, the answer is no. Because both of my mates are in completely different states, and we don't really have the means to do streams together anymore, which is unfortunate. Let's see. I apologize, the fanfic I submitted isn't that bad, I just don't read crap that often. That's okay, my dude. I like to read crap, but I understand why people don't. But then you get to Skyrim, and Skyrim's good. Skyrim's really good in a lot of ways, because it's really easy to mod, and that's really, really fun, because you can do a lot of shit in it. But the game overall is not great. You and Stefan make great streams together. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's really not me who does. It's really Stefan, because he's just an absolutely wonderful person. I love him to death. I don't get to see him very often, but I'm hoping I get to see him for Kineticon. I want him to come up to visit so we can go to the convention together. But Skyrim's got so many fucking problems. Skyrim, I think, is the least fun Elder Scrolls game to play. And the only thing it has going for it is the mods. And almost everything about it is poopy garbage. But it's still fun and kind of enjoyable. It's just... Jesus Christ. Now let's talk about Kiro the Wolf. If you're a young lad... If you're a young lad, you might want to cover your ears or wait until I do another stream, because it's going to get a little spooky. I'm going to try and summarize it. So for those of you who don't know, Kiro the Wolf is a popufur. That is spelt Popufur. Now this is old news, but we're going to talk about it a little bit. Everyone's upset. Now he's a popufur. That means he's a very popular furry. He makes videos. People like them. He's a fursuiter. People like his fursuit, etc., etc. Now, it came out in the wash that he is a necrophiliac. Necrophile? Is that the right word? Daddy Ghost story time, everyone. You know, he was in chat rooms where people would post pictures and video of themselves fucking animals and corpses and roadkill that they would find on the side of the road. And he's a garbage person. And this came out in the wash, and there's a investigation. I have not seen updates. What I had seen, this happened a long time ago. Maybe a month or two, maybe more than that. A couple months. I saw all the initial stuff and then an update where he was having an investigation done on him. I don't know what happened after that. So So some highlights from these kind of conversations he was having. He got into a fight with one of his friends that caused him to sort of leave the group, Kiro the Wolf, where the guy was like, I really like fucking animals that I know. And Kiro's like, whoa. Slow your roll, Captain Hook. Wheel it back in, buckaroo. I only fuck roadkill. I'm not gonna fuck my own animals. But then Kiro had a dog that was really, really sick. I can't remember if it was with cancer or if it was just a sick dog. But he fucked that dog, fingered it. And then the dog died, and he regretted what he did to it. But then he didn't really regret it later. So there's, there's video and pictures of this guy with, like, blood and guts all over his penis because he fucked a puppy to death while it was alive, which is what I mean by to death. That one was alive. So there's this, ooh, there's just a lot going on with good old Kiro the Wolf, And then the funny thing is that he lied because he tried to convince everybody that it was not him who posted all of this shit. Because why are we talking about this? We're talking about it because I like giving you guys interesting subject matter to ponder. I also gave you a warning beforehand. I gave you a straight up warning. What was going to happen. Y'all, when is it unsafe to mute? So he had this, it's unsafe to mute now. I'm not going to talk about any more heinous shit. We're just going to talk about the stupid shit he did after all this, okay? It's the first live stream I've seen in a while. So after this came out in the wash that he did all these bad things, he went on Twitter and posted a picture of like an IP address that was from Iran that he just like grabbed off of Google Images. He was like, guys, my phone has been hacked. I wasn't posting all of those things and saying those things. I didn't do any of those things, even though the pictures are of me. No, I was hacked by Iranian super hackers. So then after that, he went on to he went on to two separate YouTubers' channels and did interviews with them. And he could not keep his story straight. In one of them, he's like, it was the Iranian super hackers, guys. They're turning the frogs gay. And then in the other one, he goes, I was just kidding. I was bullshitting. That was a stupid move on my part. But I didn't do those things. But I wasn't hacked by Iranian super hackers, guys. But I didn't do those things. It wasn't me. So it's crazy. If you say Kiro in the mirror 3 times, his spirit will appear and do things to your pet. Oh no. No, if you say Kiro the Wolf 3 times into your mirror with the lights turned off, the lights will turn back on and your body will be inside his fursuit and it will slowly start to close in on you and you will die. Please tell me his voice actually sounds like that. It kind of does, honestly. He's kind of a chunky neckbeard. Good morning, says Opalescence. Good morning, my dude. You're right at the end of the stream. We are going to be shutting down soon, but we're going to open up another stream in a minute. You make this guy sound like Leafy. I actually don't know what Leafy sounds like, so that's purely coincidence. But Kiro the Wolf is he's kind of a chunky, short, guy who kind of looks a little neckbeardy, He looks like, I can't believe I'm going to use this word. It's a very 4chan word, but when I say the word manlet, imagine a manlet, and that's him. That's just kind of what he looks like, and that's fine. I mean, he's not an unattractive guy, but, he's got an unattractive inside. Do you think God stays in heaven because he too fears what he created? I love that fucking fake text meme where it says God has created a group chat, God added trees and life, And then and God lists all these really good things that he adds. And then it says God adds humans. And then immediately it says humans added furry degeneracy. And then God says, what the fuck? And then leaves the group chat. I really like that one. It's good. I've been looking... Ooh. Screw it, I'm unmuting early. But that's okay, my dude. You picked a good time to unmute because we are at the end of the stream. I will be shutting this one down. I hope you guys had a good time. I'll see you on the next one. And the next one will be a fan fiction stream, which I will be opening in about 5 or 10 minutes. So once I select one from the many available in my Discord chat, I will start streaming again and we'll do some reading. I'll see you guys in a bit.